This conference will now be recorded.
Hello? Yeah, is my screen visible? Not
No,
yet?
Vandana.
Okay. Okay, how many of you have practiced yesterday? I mean, at least you have gone through whatever we have discussed.
Yes, I have practiced one.
Me too, Vandana.
Okay, any doubts, any errors, or anything which you would like to ask?
No, no, no.
No.
By
Yeah, it was
practicing
just
that అంటే ఎక్కడెక్కడ క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్స్ స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలో అర్థమైంది.
okay.
యా ప్రోగ్రామ్ నేమ్ స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ క్యాపిటల్ నేమ్
Hmm.
అండ్
Class,
స్పేస్
yeah.
క్లాస్ నేమ్.
Yes, yes. Then you might got a hang of how to write the method and how to write the class also, right?
ఎస్
And the main thing which we were trying from yesterday was the how to write the line system dot out dot println. That
ఎస్
was Java portion. How about manual testing? Did you go go through anything notes or not my
యా
notes? Anything which you have referred?
యా డైలీ ఐఎమ్
Hmm?
రైటింగ్ ప్యారలల్లీ వైల్ ఐఎమ్ లిసనింగ్.
Okay. Okay. The last class, what did we learn? We
వి
have seen
మోడల్.
the V model. What is the V model also known as? V
Verification
model
and
is known as?
validation.
Yes. What is the major benefit of verification and validation model?
Parallelly can do
Simple and
developers and
easy.
testers.
Yeah, it is simple and easy, easy to understand, easy to follow to develop a project or application. But what is the major benefit? Testing is associated with the development of application right from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I have started recording, Chaitanya. Today I didn't forget. Okay. Then, yes, compared to your, what do you say? Waterfall model and the other one spiral model, verification and validation model has a major advantage where the testing is starts from right from the requirement phase itself. How
Yes.
many how many different phases you see in the verification and validation model? Any difference in the phases of the verification and validation model?
Uh,
No, right. There are no changes in the phases. Only thing is we follow different road path.
yes.
Rather than going after one phase after another phase, what happens each and every phase, the phases which we have discussed in the software development life cycle, the same 7 phases are there. Only thing what happens,
But
we follow
from testing from
beginning.
starting.
Yeah, from the requirement analysis, we prepare one document. System design, we prepare one document. Then high level design also we prepare one document. Low level design, one document. Right from the beginning of the project, both the developers as well as the testing team coordinate each with each other, and they will make sure that application is developed in a in a right way.
Yes.
Okay. What are the for which kind of projects this V model is suitable?
Small type.
Small and medium projects.
Small and medium.
Yeah.
Yes.
And any other benefit? Any other benefit in the V model?
It is simple and easy and testing which will start early.
Yeah, these are the
Uh,
major two. Apart from
yes.
that, can I add the requirements? Can I add the requirements in
No.
between in the between of the development of the application?
No, we
No.
can't do that.
No.
No. No.
We cannot update the requirements or we cannot add new requirements in when the process has started,
Going.
when the
Ongoing.
application has started. Yeah. Then is it suitable for ongoing projects? No.
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 Another major drawback of the V model, what is another major drawback?
Documentation is high.
Documentation.
Documentation.
Yes.
Uh,
And I
Yes.
see each and every time a documentation will be for the requirement analysis, we will be having separate test plan. System
Yes.
design, we will be having a separate test plan, and so on. Each and every level, it has its own documentation. Now, if you remember, we have discussed some document names. How far you remember the document names?
BRS document, SRS document,
BRS, what
SRS
is
documents,
BRS?
business requirements specification,
business requirement specification,
SRS?
software
software
requirement
requirements
specification,
BRS is also called as sometimes CRS.
ERS.
customer
ERS,
requirements specification,
yeah, customer
Yo,
requirements or sometimes URS also.
user requirement.
user requirements
User
specification.
requirement specific. RS represents the requirement specification. Only the first term changes.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have
Okay.
we also have seen DDS,
Yes.
design
Design
document special.
document
Yeah.
specification.
HLD,
High
high
High level
level,
level
document
design. Yeah.
design,
Then LLD,
low level.
low level design.
low level design documentation. Yeah, these are some of the documents. Okay. Then what did we start? After the discussion of the three models, we have seen waterfall, spiral, and V model. Each and every model has its own pros and its own cons. Depending upon the type of project, depending upon the type of budget, we will be we will be considering the suitable model for our application. Okay. Okay. Then what else? We have started with the types of software testing, right? Yesterday, majorly
Yes,
what are
Yes,
the two
Vandana.
major classification of the testing?
Manual testing and
manual and
ceremonial testing.
automation.
Manual
Automation.
and
Automation.
automation. What do we call? How do we define our manual testing? How do we define our manual testing?
We'll do
Manual
the work
testing
manually.
is done by us manually by
Whenever we
checking
test the
the
application,
components manually.
checking the features, checking the functionalities of the application manually by the tester or whoever has developed the application, we call them as, sorry, we call
Man-
it as manual testing. Manual testing refers to the type of testing where we test the application manually without reference of the coding.
Yes.
We will not be using any additional tools. We will not be using any codes, test scripts or coding scripts. Without that, if you are going to test the application by manually providing the input and verifying the expected output, we call it as manual testing.
Manual test
Okay. Automation, what happens in automation?
We require
by
some
using some
coding.
codes.
Yeah, we will be taking the help of tools, external tools, okay? When a particular type of testing is repetitive, when we want to keep on checking the particular application again and again, when it is very tough to do manually, what we do, we will go for the automation testing. Okay, automation testing will take the help of the coding scripts and as well as the external tools. We will write small amount of some kind of programming over there so that we can test the application. If you want, you can test it repetitively or whenever a new version is developed, depending upon the type of testing which is required for the application. Am I clear? There
Yes,
are some differences, okay? Manually, not see every whenever an application is developed, right? Normally, first thing they will do is the manual testing. 100% automation is never possible, okay? Whenever I
Yes.
speak of testing, 100% automation we can never. It's not possible for any application, okay? I mean, I can't do the testing, complete automatic testing on an application. We have to go for the automated testing once we see that whether the manual testing is a kind of boring or tiresome or it is tedious or it is a
A
it
huge
involves
amount of
lot of
uh,
labor cost and everything, then we will go for the automatic testing.
okay.
Why? Because in automated testing also it incurs cost and everything because we have to purchase the tools. Not all the tools are open source.
Yes.
Okay, some of them require licenses and some of them need some specially skilled labor over. See, if I have to do the automation testing, I have to hire a person who is very much skilled with the particular tool. right?
Yes.
Manual testing is different. If I understand the requirements, I can test the particular application. But automation testing, the person should have a coding language. They should be very well with the tool, very well acquainted with the tool. Then only they can go for the automation testing, right?
Yes.
So there are some differences when we have to go for the automation testing, when we can go for the manual testing. You can check it out. Okay. First of all, manual testing, it is time consuming and less efficient when compared to the automation testing. Okay. And here I have given the benefits of automation testing. Okay. Automation testing requires highly skilled labor when compared to the manual testing. Okay. If I want to test a particular application manually and automatic, which will take a less amount of time. Suppose if I want to test this PDF application manually, so it will take some, assume that it will take some 2 weeks time. If I have written some coding scripts for the same, will it take same amount of time?
No, it will take less time by
Yeah,
doing
the time
automation
will be
testing.
reduced. The testing time will be reduced. Okay. If I have to keep on repeating that is testing for different versions, instead of using manual testing, I can directly go for the automation testing.
Yes.
Okay. Then here I have mentioned one test coverage. We will be learning what is test coverage in the coming classes. Okay. Test
Okay.
coverage is nothing but how efficient you can test a particular application. I mean, if there are 100 features in an application or 100 requirements the client has mentioned, how many of them I am able to satisfy? How many features I am able to test? Okay, whether I am able to get a proper output as per the customer or not, as per the customer requirement or not. Test coverage refers to the uh, number of tests we are going to perform on a particular application. I mean, I'm not going to do a same. I mean, I'm not going to test every time this particular page. I have a page tab over here, right? This is one feature. This is one feature, Nama. So
Yes.
if I have to test again and again and again, does it help me to say that the application is proper of high quality? When can I say the application is of high quality? When can I say a particular application developed is of high quality?
Test test or more test can.
Yeah, more test means in which level I should see. Okay, more test means I have
By
to
adding
test
the
the
load
same,
conditions.
not only load and okay. I see over one tab over here. I see the name of the file. I see the zoom feature, rotation feature, and page number feature, download feature, then print option, and there are so many features for this particular application, right?
Yeah.
So these features are specified by whom? Customer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what we do, right? When we can say the product is of high quality, or it is performing properly when all the features are up to the mark of the customer.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
doing the same test again and again will not help me. I have to see that. Okay, if I type 65 over here, what should I get? Should it work? It
No.
should
No.
not work, right? Because I have a page limit of 64. If I type 65, it should not work. If I give a negative one, should the page tab over there, can it take negative number?
No.
No.
These are all the things. Means I have to test the application for a different test conditions. Okay, I know this
Okay.
is a tab. As a tester, I know this tab is working, but I have to see that this tab, it is not taking a invalid inputs.
Okay.
Okay, suppose
Hmm.
I have 90 percentage over here. If I give 0 percentage, should it take?
No.
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 What is the minimum it is taking?
25%.
25.
25%. So as a tester, I have to confirm that it is not going beyond the uh, minimum limit of the page size.
Okay.
Okay. Test coverage is nothing but I am testing the application for wide range of inputs.
Yeah, accurate.
Everyone, did you get the what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Any
Yes,
doubt? Should I repeat?
No.
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 It's clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
clear.
what I'm test coverage refers to the testing the application for wide range of test conditions or test inputs. Okay. If I try the same thing for manually, I have to go see, I have to give 0, then I have to give 1, I have to check for many values, right?
Yes.
If I have a test script or if I have a small program for the same, I will give a range of 0 to 100. Let the tool check the application. Instead of doing it manually, the tool will do it in a minimum amount of time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Automation testing refers to testing the application using separate tools. Okay. Instead of doing it manually. I hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when I speak of manual testing, right, again, it is broadly classified into 3 types. Okay. Manually, you can say there are 3 things: white box testing, then you have black box testing and gray box testing. These are, you can say, in a high level testings. Okay. White, black box testing. Then you have gray box testing. Please remember the names, okay? At least remember the names. Okay. First one, white box testing. What do you understand by white box testing? White box testing is also called as transparent testing, okay? Transparent box testing, open box testing. These have different types of names. As the name suggests, that transparent box structured testing. See, whenever an application is developed, what is the first thing they do before testing? What is the phase before testing we do? We go for
Development.
development, right?
Yes.
In the development phase, what happens actually?
First, the development test will done the testing, and then we
Okay, what happens exactly in the development? Who does the development of the application? Who does the
Developers.
developers.
development? Developers, right? They will write a code, and the application is. I mean, they use suitable software and whatever say different hardware, and they will develop the application, right? I mean, lot of coding is involved. For this
Yes.
particular Notepad++ to display in this way, if you go to the background of this Notepad application, you will be able to see that there are a lot of program
Yes.
methods, everything is combined, and you are getting this particular output. Okay. Before handing over the application to the testers, what happens, right? Developers will do a testing at their end also. Like you see, they might have developed a code. I mean, they have written some program. What they will do, they will check whatever the program they have written, is they up to the mark or not, whether they have declared some unwanted variables, whether the output is in the as per the expected uh, requirement or not. This is what happens in the white box testing. White box testing, right? What developer will inspect each and every line of the code. Okay. It is nothing but testing the internal structure of an application. Okay. What do? We will test the internal structure or the
Structure
coding
of
application. Who will be doing this kind of testing? Testers?
developers.
Developers will be doing the testing. Developers are involved in this testing because as a tester, not all the testers are familiar with the coding part. Okay, whoever is developing the application, they will be having a better idea than the testers. So before developing the application as a whole, the coding part, the testing of the coding part is taken by the developers, and that testing we call it as white box testing. Okay. what they will be doing, they will be giving some predefined inputs, and they will be checking further and verifying the expected outputs. Verify the expected outputs. Okay. Understood what happens in the white box testing?
Yes.
What happens
Yes,
in the
and
white box testing? What is being
developers
tested over there?
internal structure.
Internal structure.
Means every line of the code is tested. Every line of the code will be tested. By whom?
Developers.
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 Are testers involved in the white box testing? Interview question.
No.
Who does the
No.
white box testing? Developer will be doing
Developers.
that white box testing. Why testers are not suggested for the white box testing? Why testers are not preferred for the white box testing?
Because they didn't develop the code.
Yeah, one
Properly
of
they
the
will.
thing.
Mm.
Developers have a better idea than the testers, and also programming skills are required. Programming
Okay.
skills are
Yes.
required, and not all the testers are skilled with the programming skills.
Programming.
Okay.
Yes.
Next come. I hope it is clear. White box testing, everyone.
Yes.
Right, clear.
Okay or not?
Okay.
Okay. Then comes your next testing, black box. So since you have understood white box, can you give, come up with a definition for black box?
It is run by the testers only.
Okay, that is one thing because the first one was developers. This will be with the
Testers.
testers. But what exactly happens in the black box testing?
They will developers test the internal structure. Testers they don't need of about internal structure. They will do
Yeah,
only the external components of the
when
testing.
we will verify the application without concerning, without the knowledge of internal structure. We are not worried about what it is written in the backend. Okay, what is, see, for this notepad application, I'm not worried how this tab has come. If I click on this tab, it should show this all 5 things. Okay, this is what I'm referring to as application testing. I, without the knowledge of internal structure, if I test the application, it is called as black box testing. Okay, am I clear what is black box testing?
Yes.
We are
Yes.
not worried about the internal structure of the application. No coding skills are required. Only what do we concentrate on? We can focus on the customer specification only. Mainly we focus on the customer requirement. We will write a detailed test plan, okay? Detailed test plan based on what? Based on the customer requirement specification. We will have again input. We will give some input and we will have some output. As a tester, what we will do? We will verify the output is matching with the actual output. The actual output is matching with the is same as the expected output. Okay.
Yes.
So what happens? Suppose if I click on this file button, this all a tab should open which will show all these features.
Yes.
Okay, this in my detailed test plan I will write that on clicking this file tab, our tab should open which will show all these features. Okay, now if I press control S, the save option should be there. Okay, if I press control N, a new notepad should open. These are the nothing but application feature wise testing. We are not involved in any coding part. We are not testing the coding part. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I clear what happens in the black box testing? Black box testing focuses on the testing of the application irrespective of the coding. We will not worry about the coding part. And who will do the black box testing?
Testers.
Testers will do the black box testing. Developers will do the white box testing and testers will do the black box testing. Okay, once the white box testing has been performed by the developers, they will hand over the application to the testing department. There, the black box testing will start. Okay.
Okay.
When I specify black box testing, right, it is like a higher level. Okay, I'm just telling by black box. In black box testing, right? Again, we have a major classification. Okay, it is classified into two types. Classified into two types. Again, what are the two types? Have you heard about functional testing and non-functional testing? Functional testing, and second one is non-functional testing. Okay. Black box testing comes in the higher level. Okay. Manual testing. In manual testing, I have white box, black box, and gray box. Gray box I'll discuss. Then in black box, right? Again, what happens? I have two major levels: functional and non-functional testing. Are you able to see the PPT?
Yes.
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 So in this particular picture, this hierarchy refers to the black box testing. Okay. In the black box testing, again, I can subclassify into functional and non-functional testing. Functional testing, again, we are having a different types of test, like unit testing, system testing, component testing, UAT testing, integration testing. Again, you can see a hierarchy over here: incremental, non-incremental. Whatever the testings I have specified over here, you have to be well versed with all of them. Okay. It is necessary for us to understand each and every type of testing over here. At least for the definition's sake, example wise, you have to understand each and every testing. What happens in component testing? What happens in the system testing? You have to have a clear idea on each of them. Am I clear?
Yes,
So
Vandana.
when I
Yes.
refer to functional testing and non-functional testing, we are not referring to the testing of the code. We are referring to the testing of the application, right? Functional testing. What happens in functional testing? It is nothing but when we check the features of the application, when we will verify how each function of the application behaves, whether it is behaving as per the customer requirement or not. If I'm verifying the same, we call it as functional testing. The same notepad application, let me take it over here. Okay. If the customer will be specifying that I should have a help button. Okay, help feature. There should be a help feature. This is one of the feature in the application, right?
Yes.
So functional testing refers to verifying whether this feature is working properly as per the customer specification or not. On clicking this, what should I get? I should get info about all this. Okay, maybe I can about Notepad. If I press, I should be able to get the user agreement or license version of anything. Also, I should be able to see what command line arguments, or I should be able to check out different features in the application. Okay. Not only that,
Okay.
if I'm whether I'm able to scroll it or not, whether I'm able to open a new folder, open a folder or not, all these nothing but features. When I'm checking the functionality or features of the application as per the customer requirement, we call it as functional testing. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I refer to the some web page, okay, let us take our famous or always, which I keep on considering, the Gmail one. Okay. If I take this one, this is also one particular application, right?
Yes.
Web page application.
Hmm.
What are the features over here? What are the features over here?
Sign in with email or phone number.
Yeah. So if I give some input over here, I will get some output. What is the input over for this particular page? Valid email ID.
Username.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, if
Valid.
I give a valid email ID, what happens if I click on the next? It should go for
Next page.
it should ask for the next
Valid password.
password. Yeah,
Yes.
it
Password.
should ask for a password. If I give a wrong email ID, suppose if I give a incorrect email ID, okay? Suppose I give like this, okay? what should happen?
We'll get an error.
It
It
should
will
throw
show
an
error.
error. Okay.
Not
So the main objective of functional testing is nothing but it will help the user to navigate between each and every component. I mean each and every pages. Okay, each and every features easily. If in case if there is any error, it should display an error message. Okay.
Oh,
It will check the input and output. If I'm giving a valid input, whether I'm getting a valid output or not. If I'm giving an invalid input, whether I'm getting a error message or not. That is what we do in the functional testing.
okay.
Am I clear what
Okay.
happens in the functional testing?
Yes, Anand.
Yes.
We will give some input and we are verifying whether the output is valid or not. Even for invalid input, it should not work.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then functional testing, that was functional testing. Again, if you look into the document, functional testing is again in the level 2, you can say. First, it was manual. Okay. Manual, you have white box, black box, and gray box. Then in black box, you have what you have?
Two
Black
types of
box, you
testing.
have functional and non-functional. I
testing.
have shared this document with you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yes,
can
Anand.
look into the same. Again, in functional, right, I have major classification like system, unit, integration, component, user acceptance, and so on. Okay. Clear up to here? Any doubts?
No.
No.
Everyone?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now comes the unit testing. What happens in unit testing? Unit testing, this is the first level of testing. Okay. Okay, let me write in functional testing again what all I have. What all we will be discussing. Unit testing we will be discussing. We will be discussing the next level as component testing. Then we will be discussing about the, see I am writing as per the hierarchy of the test. Then we will be discussing integration testing. Then system testing. Then you have UAT testing, user acceptance testing. This is how the hierarchy goes, okay? First, we will be performing whenever we receive an application, whenever we are developing a product, the first testing which we do is the unit testing, then component testing, then integration testing, system testing, then user acceptance testing. Okay?
Yes.
User unit testing, right? I can't consider it as a black box. It comes under the white box testing. Okay, please remember. Though I have written over here, it is a white box testing actually. Okay. This is the first level of testing. First level of testing performed on an application. First level of testing performed on a application, and by whom it will be performed? It will be performed by the developers. Developers will do the testing of the application. Actually, what happens in the unit testing, right? See, I have so many features over here, right, in the Notepad++. For each
Yes.
and every feature, we will be writing a small amount of program. Okay. Each and every feature will have a certain amount of coding lines written over for it. So when each and every feature is checked individually by the tester, a developer, if the code is written properly or not, we call it as unit testing. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of checking the entire coding part of the application, if I'm checking the feature wise coding for it, we call it as unit testing. Okay. They will, what they will do is developers, when they are developing, okay, now let me take this page. I have a sign in page over here, right? Do I
Yes.
have the sign in page?
Mm.
This particular web page will have certain amount of code written over here
Yes.
to get this web page, right?
Yes.
Then if I click on the next button, what happens?
Got the
What
error.
happens? Yeah, I mean this part, it goes to the next page, right?
Okay.
Even this page has certain amount of code written for it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we do is in this unit testing, the developers will test whether when that particular code is displaying the home page or not. This page is displayed or not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
When I go for the next page, I mean for the whether this script written for this page is displaying in this manner or not.
Okay.
Okay. If they are testing individual portions of the coding, we call it as unit testing. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the purpose of unit
Actually,
testing? Yes.
In
Yes.
hello. On
Yes,
the PD,
Rehan.
we had lot of features. No.
Yes, we have lot of features. It is not that all the features are developed within one day, right?
Hmm.
What
when
happens actually when an application is developed? Do you think if all the is okay, will the customer will wait until all the features are completed and then only the testing is performed? Do you think it happens in the runtime? Normally, it doesn't happen like that. Two, three features are developed, then they will hand it over to the testing team and they will start the testing of the application. Okay. Okay, let me take this example of the big basket or something like this. Okay.
okay, but in unit testing, both developers and testers required now,
No.
Vandana.
Yeah, I mean unit testing when I see, okay, now I have this feature, right? I mean I have this application. When this application is developed, before handing over to the customer, if I have to, I mean if the testers have to sit idle until the entire application is finished, it is waste of time, okay? It is waste of expenses and everything. What actually happens is they will develop some features. They will develop this particular page separately, okay?
Mm. Okay.
They will develop my basket separately, okay? They will develop this fruits and vegetables page separately. Each and every page is developed separately. Later they will integrate, okay?
Okay. Okay.
What the developers will do, they will write some code and they will check, okay, when this fruit and vegetables is showing this as per the category or not, okay? if
Okay.
they if they press on the login screen or the sign up screen, whether I'm able to see this page or not. Once few of the major features are developed, they will wrap it as a build and they will hand it over to the testing team, okay?
Okay.
The testing team is not necessary, they need not wait until the entire application is finished. If the major features are completed, right, the developers, they will check their coding part and then they will hand it over to the testing team. Testing team, they will give some input over here, they will give some valid or input over here, and they will check with the respective to
Okay.
the input and required output.
Okay.
But what the developers will be doing in the unit test, they will be testing the code with respective to the programming thing. If you remember in the Eclipse, what did we do? We will have so many, we have written so many lines of code yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens that if I declare some variables, int y, int z, and so on, okay? Does it, what have, am I using the variables? Am I using the variables? I
No.
have declared them, but am I using them in the program?
No.
I'm not using them in the program, right?
Yes.
Okay, suppose I have int 90, then I am using int z is equal to 9. Okay, though I have declared them, I'm not using in my program. It is nothing but mere waste of memory, right?
Yes.
So these type of things they will check in the white unit testing. They will see whether there are unassigned variables, whether the conditions they have given properly or not. That is what they check in the unit testing. Suppose
Okay.
I have given some condition, right? If A is greater than B, print so and so. But actually it should be A less than B. Okay?
Okay.
It might be the requirement might be A less than B, but when they are writing the code, they might have given A greater than B. Is it an error or not?
Yes.
So that kind of things in the coding, whether they're getting the proper display in the console or not, that is what being checked in the unit testing.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
Am I clear?
Yes. Coding wise, they
Yes.
will do it.
Yeah, coding
Developers.
wise, they will test the application.
Okay.
Okay. Here only, see, if you see the Eclipse, I'm providing the input here itself, right? And I'm checking the output also in the console itself. If
Yes.
it is a web page based on the coding which we have written in the HTML, the required output should be displayed, web page should be displayed. Everything is coding wise. If I do the coding wise testing, we call it as unit testing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Why we are not doing entire thing as a whole, right? Even to develop the entire thing, I should write the programming part by part. I don't write the entire program for the application, right?
Yes.
We develop part by part, we develop feature by feature, and then only we will integrate each of them, we will connect each one of them. So developers know which portion is complete, which portion is not complete. Based on that, they will test the particular coding part. Okay, am I clear what is happening in the unit testing?
Yes, ma'am.
Vandana,
Yes.
Unit testing,
the
yes.
testers will as well test the unit testing.
Testers will, now I'll come to the next part. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this portion, this unit testing, right? It is completely the testing of the code. Okay. Here testers are not involved. Testers are not involved. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. They will. You can. Okay. Once the developers are satisfied with the code they have written, then only they will hand it over to the testing department.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and one more thing, unit testing can be done manually as well as automatically. Okay. You can do the testing manually as well as you can take the help of some automated tools, and you can go for the automation testing. It completely depends upon the type of application which has been developed for the end user. Okay. One of the major benefit of the uh, unit test, what will be the major benefit of the unit test? Identifying any errors at the beginning of the application will reduce the cost, will reduce the time to fix it at the later point of time.
Yes.
If in now the developer know that okay, they are not getting a proper output here itself, they can fix it very quickly, right, before handing over to the testing department.
Yes. Yes.
It will save the time of the testers. It will save the time of identifying the defects by the testers and again fixing it. And also it will reduce the cost incurred. Everything will be a benefit for the organization, for both the client as well as the IT department.
Yes.
Okay. So this is one of the major benefit of the unit testing. Okay. So please remember, unit testing, when I say, it comes under white box testing. If you go through different websites, or few of them will say that unit testing is performed by the testers. Don't get confused, okay? When I say unit testing, it is a portion of white box testing where developers will be testing the code written by them for a certain application. Okay. For each and every feature, the code written by them is being tested by the developers. Am I
Okay.
clear?
Yes.
Any doubts?
No.
No, no.
Now comes the component testing. Okay. Now comes the component testing. Unit testing. Okay. If you see my Eclipse IDE, this run portion has a code written at the back end, right?
Yes.
And this particular save button will be having a small amount of code written at the back end. Okay, maximize button will be having a small code written at the back end. Each and every feature has a code. That code was checked by whom? Developers. Now
Developers.
component testing is nothing but each and every feature. Each and every feature of the application. If I take the example of our Gmail, okay, this is one component. This is what my home page component. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if I take the this particular big basket, okay, this is fruit and vegetable is one component, food and grains is one component, beverages is one component. Each and every feature is tab will be a separate component. Component is nothing but different features present in an application. Okay. At the lowest level, I'm speaking about the lowest level, not the entire thing. I'm speaking about the lowest level. Like if I have Okay, which one should I think? Okay, forgot password is one feature over here, right? Everyone sees
Yes.
over here. For if I click on this, what should happen? Okay, it should ask me whether I want to recover my account or not.
Yes.
Okay, it should send me a notification and not. If you properly observe this website, I have help privacy terms. Each and
Yes.
every website has its own help privacy and terms and condition page. Okay, when I click on this help, right, what should happen? I should get the Google account help. This is one component. Okay,
Okay.
each and every feature, I mean at the lowest level, if I'm trying to speak, that is referred to as a component. Okay, now yesterday, if you remember what happens, if you see in the account transfer, what happens in the account transfer? What happens in the account ICICI mobile app? Each and everything is a
Components.
module, right? If I click on the fund transfer, I should see some particular things over there.
Yes.
Right, I should see the account number on it. Bill payments, if I do, if I click on it, I should see a certain page which should have certain values over there. Okay, component testing is nothing but testing the application at a lowest level. Okay, testing the lowest unit of the application. Small individual parts of the application, small individual features of the application. If you are testing it, we call it as component testing. Am I clear? Component testing is performed by whom? Testers. We are not testers. We are not worried about the coding part. Testers perform the component testing, and it is done after the unit testing. Once the unit testing is completed, then only component testing starts. Okay. Now let me give an example over here. Everyone is familiar with the Gmail account, right?
Yes.
Okay. What happens in the Gmail account? What are the different things which we see once I open an account? I
Left
see
side
inbox, I see
inbox.
compose item, I see drafts and sent and so on, right?
Yes.
Each and everything is considered as a component. If I click on inbox, what should be displayed? Inbox, all the mails should be displayed over here.
Yes.
Okay, I should have a search bar, I should have a sign out button and so on. If I click on the sent items, what should happen?
What we send the mails.
The sent
Send
mails
mails.
should be open over here. Okay, if I click on the drafts, what should happen? The drafts thing should be opened over here. Means each and every feature is considered as a component. Am I clear?
Yes.
Who is going to
Yes.
test this?
Testers.
Who is going to
Testers.
test it? Testers. If I click on the
Testers.
compose, what should happen? I should get a to, and as well as I should get a subject and send button over here. But if I see this component as a whole, I have many features, right? I have attachment feature, I have a link, I have a
Yes.
smiley button drive, I can do, I can insert signature. So many features are there. As well as I
Yes.
can discard the draft also.
Yes.
Right? So if I'm testing the particular feature individually, okay, I'm not checking whether I'm able to send or not. I'm whether I'm able to check whether all these features are present in this component or not. If I'm testing the application individually as a tester, we call it as component testing. Okay, I'm not worried whether I'm going to send the mail or not. I'm worried whether the to button is there or not, whether the CC is there, BCCI is there, whether I'm able to close it, whether I'm able to discard it. Okay, whether I'm able to
Okay.
change the font. If I am checking the features of a particular component at the lowest level, we call it as component testing.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Then we how do I define my component testing? I will define it as testing the application at its lowest level.
Lowest level.
At the lowest level. Okay. We are not, and yeah, we will test the feature individually. Okay, test the feature individually. We are not seeing whether both of them are working or not. Each and every component is tested individually. Test the component individually. Who is going to perform it? Testers are going to perform it, and after the unit testing has completed, then only the component testing
Component
will
testing.
start.
Okay.
Now, when I speak of component testing, right, there are two major things: component testing at large, okay, at small, and component testing at large. Component testing at large, okay. These are the two things you have to understand. First of all, how do you define the component testing at large and component testing at small? Let me give you an example. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
I have just shared a screen of the Ghana website where I have different particular pages. I have trending songs, radio, my music. Each and every thing is a separate web page. Yes or no? When I click on the trending songs, I'll get one web page. Web page. Radio, if I click on, I'll get a suitable page based on the radio input. Okay.
Yes.
So if I'm testing the components alone individually, which are not dependent on each other components, we call it as component testing. Okay. Suppose if I have my same, okay, same the Gmail button, privacy. If I click on privacy, is it dependent on any other component?
No.
No,
No.
right? Only thing is what the privacy policy of the Google page should open.
Yes.
If I click on the FAQ over here, do you think it is dependent on any other component? See, this in this particular page, I have overview, privacy policy, and so many things. If I click on the FAQ, what happens? The FAQ page will be opened, but this is not dependent on any other thing.
Yes.
So this feature, which is independent of other components, which is not connected to other components, we call it as component testing at small.
Vandana, dependent in the sense like when you
Yeah, I'll come again how it is dependent, I'll say. But as per as now, FAQ, do you think it is connected to any other component? Is it connected to overview?
no,
Is it
No,
connected to privacy policy?
no.
no.
No, right? It is an independent one. It is individual thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when I say the dependency of the components, let me take the help of this thing. Okay. I have a sent items. Okay. When can I log in? When can I see this inbox page?
When
When
we
you can
log
log
into
in.
Gmail.
Until unless I log in, I give a proper email ID over here. Where is my sign in? Okay. Until
Yes.
unless I sign in over here, I cannot go to this particular inbox
Yes.
component. Inbox is a component, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Sent items is a
Yes.
component, but can I open them directly?
No.
No.
Why? These components are dependent on whom?
The sign-in
On log.
pages.
Proper email ID.
Sign in component or the login portal, which is a
Sorry.
separate component. Clear?
Yes.
Though they are, if I see them individually, they are components. But to view, to test them individually, to test the inbox component individually, I have to make sure that my login page is developed first.
Yes.
Without the login page, can I check the inbox or compose or anything?
No.
No.
I can't check it,
No.
right? It is not possible. So one component is dependent on the other component. That is what I'm referring to the component dependency.
Okay.
Okay. When
Okay.
I say I'm testing the components which are dependent on each other, we call it as component testing at large. Okay.
Yes.
I cannot separate them. It's not possible for me to separate the inbox and
Okay.
login. Can I separate it?
No.
No, right? I
No.
can go to the home page only when I log in. So they are inseparable. Though I can test them individually, but they are not inseparable, not separate. So we call it as component testing at large.
Okay.
I hope it is clear between the component testing at small and component testing at large.
Yeah.
When the components are not dependent on any other components, I can test them, and I call that testing as component testing
Component
at small.
testing at small.
When do I say components testing at large?
one component is dependent on another component, then we call it
Another
as component.
functionality. Yeah, we
Yes.
cannot isolate them.
Yes.
Okay. At that time, we call it as component testing at large. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, then
Yes.
one more topic and then we will wind up this thing. I have given some examples over here. You can check it out. This, please remember for the interview purpose, this terminology, stub and driver. Okay, what is stub and what is driver? Okay. The stub and okay. Again, I'll take this example. Stub and driver are very important in the component testing and integration testing. Do remember that stub is called stub and driver. Let me write it over here. Stub and driver. Okay. What is stub? We call it as a called function. What is called function? Again, I'll explain. And it follows a top-down approach. Driver, it is called calling function. And it follows a bottom-up approach. Simple example for this, same, okay, these two terminology, where do we use? We use in the component testing at large, where the components are dependent on each other. Okay. Now what happens, right? When the programmers are developing the application, right? There are a lot of features. Yes or no, like in the big basket, if you see, there are plenty of components, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? If I see this login page, this is one component. My basket is one component. Location is one component, and so many categories. If you see, there are plenty.
Yes.
If I see a dependency on one another, sometimes it happens that the dependent modules are not developed properly. Like if I say, okay, I have three modules. Okay, A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, C, three modules are there. B and C, right? They are B is connected to, okay, dependent on A as well as C. Okay, dependent on A, and C is dependent on B. Okay, suppose the developer, right? He has developed a module B, but he didn't develop a module A. It happens. Okay, sometimes, right, they will develop see, coding, it can go in many ways. It is not necessary that you have to always go in a systematic way. So depending upon the application, each developer will write their own codes, then only they will give some dependency over there. So if the B module is developed and A module is not developed, like you can say the inbox is developed. Okay, this particular page is developed first. Okay, this particular page is developed and the developer has not developed the login page. Okay, the login page is not yet completed. So what they will do is they will create a dummy page which will take the proper user credentials and it will navigate to the inbox page. Okay,
Okay.
am I clear? I mean, I
Yes.
will have a small dummy button over here. If I'm pressing on, I'll be able to see the inbox.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I can open this particular web page with some dummy credentials. Okay, like if I see, if I compose something, when should it be seen in the draft? When should it be seen in the draft?
Without
When I close something automatically here, if I write like this, and if I close it over
close
here,
it, then
automatically it should be shown in the draft. So my draft component is dependent on whom?
compose.
Compose. Yes or no?
Yes.
What happens, right? See,
What
there are two
happens,
things.
right? See, there are two things.
Why my voice is echoing?
Ranjit.
Okay. Here I'm draft. When I click on the draft page, this is how your layout should look like. The developer might have given the layout and so on for the draft component. Only thing is he hasn't there, but the draft feature has a dependency on the compose. So what they will do, they will try to develop a dummy thing for the module which is not yet developed, and they will write a small, they will not develop the entire application, they will give all small dummy inputs, so that whenever I click on the draft, I'm getting the required output or not. Is it clear
Yes.
what I'm referring to?
Yes.
See, there are two things, stub and driver. Stub is what now, when my in login page is developed and inbox page is not developed. Okay, when I give a proper user credentials, what should happen? What should happen when I give proper user credentials? What should happen? I should see the home page, or I should see the inbox page. If the inbox page is not developed, but I'm able to see a small new web page, I can call it as stub.
Stub.
Stub is nothing but a dummy page.
Okay.
Okay, dummy module. When the top module is present and the bottom module is not yet developed. Okay. Then driver, when do we call it? My inbox page is ready, but my login page is not ready. I will develop a small dummy page further in login. Then I call it as a driver. Am I clear?
Yes, but it's like
Yes,
confusing.
Vandana, repeat.
Confusing?
Once
Is it
repeat on.
confusing?
Not
Mhm.
confusing, but
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Let me take another example over here. When can I see fund transfer?
When you can log in, when you click
When
on
I give a proper user account number and a password, then only I can see this feature in my mobile, right?
yeah.
yes.
But this is a component. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If my login page is developed and this fund transfer page is not developed, okay, what I will do, I will create a blank page. I will create a blank page with name fund transfer. Nothing is there. The page is not yet developed. Okay, the page is not yet developed, but I have a dummy page. Means if I click on that page, the fund transfer is, it is showing a blank web page. Then I call it as a stub.
Stub.
Stub. Okay. I call it as stub. Means my login page is developed, but my functional fund transfer page is not developed. But I have created some small blank page. Okay, I have to develop it further for my notification. Okay, this page is yet to be developed. I create a small dummy place for it. Blank page. See, when we are writing the examination, what happens if I'm not able to answer one of the question? What we will do? We will leave some space, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Why do we leave space? At the later point of time, we'll go back and we will write over it.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Mm.
I have answered the major portion. If I am not able to answer some of it, what I leave some space. That space is nothing but stub over here.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes it happens that I am very much familiar with the classification, but I don't know the definition of it. Still, I will leave some space.
Yes.
Okay. In an answer, if the definition is known and the classification is not known, still I will leave some space for it to answer it later. That dummy space is called as stub. Okay. If the
Okay.
definition is not clear, but I know the classification properly, I will write the classification times and I will leave some space for the definition. That definition space is called driver.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now a little bit, did you get a
Yes.
little bit clarity?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I know it is lot of theory.
Mhm.
But please bear with me and let me know whether you have clearly understood or not what I'm trying to
Yeah.
discuss today.
Understood.
Everyone, Ranjit, Chaitanya, both the Chaitanyas, Nandini.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Ma'am,
Vandana.
Any doubt?
yes.
Yeah, please ask.
No.
No doubt. Okay, fine. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, Vandana.
Okay,
Yes.
with this I'll stop the testing part. Please take a 5 minutes break and I'll be back with the Java. We'll continue with the Java programming.
Okay.
Any doubts so far, please discuss. You can refer to the document which I have shared in the WhatsApp also.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, please bear with me. Another 1 week you will be having complete theory. I cannot help with the manual testing. I just can make it interesting. I hope you are not feeling bored.
No problem.
Yeah, the fundamentals are necessary to crack the interview. At least be familiar with the terminology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Please do you want to take a break or shall I continue with the Java part?
No, no,
A
no.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll be online. Please let me know in the chat box once you are ready. Okay.
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 This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, Vandana.
Okay. Both the Nandini, Chaitanya, Anjali. Who has left? Okay. Fine. Shall we start with the Java? Yesterday, what did we learn in the Java programming?
Data types.
How many data types are there? How many
Uh,
data types do I have?
8 data types.
First, we have primitive and non-primitive. Okay.
Non-primitive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Primitive data types are 8.
8.
Short,
Non
int,
byte,
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 long,
short,
Long byte,
int,
char,
yeah,
character, char.
char, then
double,
char,
boolean.
float, double
double
boolean.
float. Boolean, did we check yesterday? We didn't check
No,
yesterday. Boolean,
no.
right?
No.
Today we'll complete the Boolean and then we will see how to convert one data type into other data type. Okay? Sometimes it happens that I have to change the data types within the program. Okay, if it is a decimal one, I have to change it to the integer one. Okay, if it is, I mean, normally we'll go from integer to decimal or decimal to integer, depending upon the type of output which we require. Okay, like how do you see the amount in when we press in the tab for the what you say payment tab? When we get in the e statement, do you think you will get as 5,000 or 5,000.00?
5,000.
Okay,
5,000
I might have withdrawn by 5,000 from the ATM, but if I check my account book, the book which we get printed, right, hard copy of it, do you see 5,000 or 5,000.00?
I think
Point zero.
5,000.00.
5,000.00.
Though we are using the proper integers value for withdrawal or crediting, but when it is displayed in the book, it will be in the floating point. Means what happens, though it is an integer value, when we are printing it out, how it is in the floating type. Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think the people sitting in the bank, they are changing the integer to type? No, right?
No. No.
No, no.
The application is taking care of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the application based on the whatever the bank it is there, based on the transactions, it take care of whatever amount it is there. When it is displayed in the hard copy, it should be in the floating point. Okay,
Yes.
but can I take the same floating point when I withdraw it from the ATM machine?
No.
No.
It is not, it should not take any floating point, right? Can I take 5,000.25?
No. No.
It can't take, right?
No.
So
Yes.
that also should be taken care of what? This application, the software.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the data conversion plays a very important role in any software. So we should be aware of how to convert from one data type to another data type. Okay.
Yes.
Yesterday we have seen that we can convert, I mean, we can go from one smaller data type to bigger data type. Bigger data type will take care of everything. Okay. We have seen
Yeah.
some examples, right? Yesterday, like int. Int can be a summation of short and int,
Yes.
Yes.
right? Or int and int. This portion we have checked it yesterday.
Yes. Short and int.
But if I want to convert a int to a floating value, how to convert it? A floating value to a int value. Whether I can convert it or not, we will be seeing in today's class.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I clear what I'm trying to explain?
Yes.
Should I repeat?
No.
Okay. Now we will see the Boolean part. Boolean we didn't declare it yesterday. Let me declare how. Okay. Did I share my screen?
No. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I have shared it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes.
Visible for
Yes.
everyone, right? The Eclipse IDE. Those who haven't installed it, please try the online editors. At least this weekend, you can try the online editors, okay? I'm clear what I'm trying to tell. The more you practice, the more clarity you will get on the
Hello, Vandana.
programs. Yes.
Can you share the link of the online editor?
You want me to share it now? I can share it. If you're using laptops, you can
Yeah.
use it now itself, okay? Though it is not that comfortable, but still it is helpful.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. One second, which is the more comfort. I'll share 2, 3 things tomorrow again. So don't worry. There are many compilers, okay?
Okay.
Where's the website? I have shared the link in the chat box. You can check it out. Okay. Now coming back to the program, we can define our Boolean. How to define our Boolean? How can we
True.
define our Boolean?
True or false?
Right.
We can give two values. Boolean, like wait.
It is
I have
stored
to
as
use the
one.
keyword. Then we'll say some number like x string 2. String 1 is equal to true. Is it throwing error?
Not
Why is
error,
it throwing?
but showing one caution.
What is the caution it is showing? When I give capital true,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
showing a caution,
Mm.
right? What is the caution it is showing me? Or a warning message, what is the message it is showing? True
True
cannot be
cannot be
resolved.
to be
resolved to
available.
a-
True.
Please remember that Java is case sensitive language, okay? What do
Mm.
you mean by case sensitive?
Yeah, whether it is uppercase, lowercase.
Mm.
Yeah, it takes a uppercase word as in a different way and in the lowercase one in a different way. It will treat both of them separately. Okay.
Yes.
Now when I gave T as the capital letter, it is saying true cannot be resolved to a variable. But the same thing if I give in the lowercase, what happens?
No.
It is a predefined keyword in the Java application.
Okay.
Okay. It is already present and that is the reason you got in a different color. That value is already stored in the Java application and it is not throwing any error. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So I can give again system dot out dot
Dot
println.
println.
So
Println.
if you we have discussed the difference between println
Quote.
and print yesterday,
Yeah.
String
right?
1 equal to plus string 1
Hmm.
colon.
Okay. So yeah, I have given everything braces are everything proper. It is showing errors. It is throwing local variable y. Maybe I have defined. Okay, I have defined something
43.
over here.
Oh.
Let me comment it over here. Let me rerun it. Did I get the output?
Yes.
Are you able to see the output? String 1 is
Yes.
equal to true.
True.
I have different. If I want to give, there are only two keywords present in the Boolean. Okay, what are the two keywords? True and
True. False.
normally we give for the conditional statements. What are conditional statements? We will learn again, but it will accept only these two values. Okay, true and false. Okay.
Yes.
Suppose I give something else over here, like I give hello. Okay. Is it accepting?
No, getting error.
Oh, I'm getting an error. See, invalid character
Character
constant.
constant
Boolean will
Okay.
accept only two values, either true or
or
false.
false.
It won't take any other thing. Yes.
Whether it's follow external values,
Sorry.
Yes or no?
yes
He
or
has.
no?
Okay, you have this S or no. Let me say whether it is taking S. Do I have S? If I give in the quotation, does it take? No.
No.
True and false are the two keywords, okay? It won't take S, it won't take handle, no. Okay, all the
Okay.
programming language, Boolean will have only two keywords, true and false. And that too in the lower case. Okay?
Yes.
So is it clear?
Yes,
Yes.
Vandana.
That was your Boolean, all the data types, primitive data types, all eight data types we have discussed so far, okay?
Yes.
Now we will see the next one, next program. Let me take a new file. Rather than I'll go to my default package. How to create a new one? See, if you see, I am seeing a warning message over here. Do I see a warning thing? Symbol
Yes.
over here? Why? If I see on my right hand side, I see a particular red mark.
Multiple markers at this line.
Multiple markers at line. Yeah, if I click on that, since I gave a invalid keyword, I'm getting an error.
Yes.
So let me change it out. If you see my on my right hand side, do I see any red marks?
No.
But I
No.
see a yellow mark.
Yellow.
I'll
Yeah.
click on that. If I click on that line and one, it will go to this particular line where the warning message is there. Okay.
Okay.
So if I click
We
on the warning message, what happens?
we have not used that integer equal to 9 in that
Yeah, it
program.
is not used. Though it is not a problem for me, that warning message with the using defining it, it is not creating any problem in the output. But what
Okay.
is the problem? It is a waste of memory,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? I need not waste my memory. Why do I need to waste my memory? So I can just comment it as of now. Now, do I see
Co-
any warning messages?
comment will not take any memory.
No, comment will not. It will not, first of all, compile. It
Okay.
will not even go to that step.
Okay.
It will neglect that and it will skip that step and it will go to the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now do I see anything on my right hand side?
No. It was
And in
clear.
the programs also all everything is clear. I see a proper Java file now.
Yes.
Okay. Now how to create a new Java file? How to create a new Java file? Now everyone should be familiar with it.
Yes.
Right click
Yes.
over on the
Right.
default package. New what
Class.
Java project or package or class?
Java
Class.
project.
Class.
Java class.
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 Okay. Let me give today's name as typecasting. Okay. Typecasting is nothing but changing the from value from one data type to another data type. Okay. I have used, since there are two words, I have used a camel. I mean, I have highlighted both the starting letters. Okay.
Yes.
As soon as I created, what happened? A public class is defined. What is the next step I should give whenever I create a new program?
Main method. Public.
Class is already defined. So,
Public.
okay, whenever you are using online editors, there is a possibility that it is not automatically declared class. Okay, you have to type everything.
Okay.
Okay, once if you can write the program in a book, type as it is in the online editor, and if you run it, you will get it. Okay, maybe I'll take the example of one page. I'll show you one. Okay, let me show the editor which I have shown to you. Did I share my screen again? No.
No.
Okay, 1 second. Is it visible?
Yes.
Are you able to see a editor over here? I have the link which I shared with you, online editor. Okay, online GDB.
Yeah,
This
no.
is one of the there are many websites. Okay, I'll select the language. Which is the language I need now?
Java.
Java.
I click on the Java. Okay, best part is they have already given this one. What I will do? This is my editor. Okay, I have to type the one like int x is equal to 10. Okay,
Semicolon.
system dot. Oh,
Out
yeah,
dot.
Out.
this
Out
Dot.
also
dot
help. Yeah,
println.
ln. It is helping it out. I mean, not that helpful as the IDE, Eclipse IDE, but it is in a way it is better for you to practice something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
X is
X
equal
equal
to
to
X,
plus.
not plus X. I'm used to Python programming. That is the reason why I make mistakes in the Java.
Colon.
Yeah. Okay, now what should I do? I have a run and debug and stop everything over here. I click on the run. It is saying compiling program. Okay, what is this? It is showing some error, right?
Yeah.
What is the error I got? What is the mistake I have done?
Cannot find symbol.
No. Yeah, it is saying current file. If I am using Eclipse IDE, right, before compilation itself, I'll see the error over here.
Yes.
Okay. But since I'm using online editor, that is the main drawback. After running only, I will see the output. Print, right? I missed the T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Println.
Okay. Now if I run it,
Yeah, it gives output.
I got it and I will say program finishes so and so. I got the output.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
For time being, online editors will help you out to practice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so make use of the online editors. There are plenty of online editors, whichever is comfortable for you, you can use the same. But please don't waste time. That is only request from my side. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes or
Yes.
no?
Okay. Now what I'm trying to say is we are going to convert from one data type to another data type. Today's class. Public. How do I define my method? Public.
Public static.
Void
Public.
main.
Okay. Public static.
Public static
Hmm.
void main.
Void.
Void main.
String
After that,
args.
string S capital. Args. Okay. Okay. Then how can I define it? Okay. What is the one I want to show today? I have a data type int x is equal to 9. Okay.
Okay.
How much memory int it occupies?
Bytes.
Hmm?
4
Into
bytes.
4 bytes.
4 bytes. Okay. I want to convert this integer to a decimal value. Okay. I'll define another variable called double y, which will take the value of x. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I will do, I will give system dot, okay, out dot println,
And then
okay, x is
bracket.
equal to plus x, okay,
This is colon.
system dot
Out
out
dot.
dot println
Then brackets.
brackets y
Y.
is equal to plus y.
Plus one. Okay.
Okay. Double, how much space does it occupy? How much memory does it occupy?
8
bytes.
bytes.
8.
It means double is a greater memory character data type than the int.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Okay, so it can automatically convert from smaller to higher data type can be done automatically.
Yes.
Okay, because int is of a smaller memory size, double is of a higher memory size, so the conversion can happen automatically. There's no issue with it.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
that is the reason why I see no error in my program.
Okay.
Do I see any error in my program on the left
No.
side or the right side?
No.
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 No. So let me run the program. What happens? Yeah, whenever I execute it, I'm having this issue now. It is saying updates. I had to check it. Those who are using IDE, you can type along with me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it is taking time. Please kindly wait.
So I have to create a new folder on SRC, right? I think
No new folder, new class file.
new class file. Sorry. Class.
In SRC, you will be having packages. In packages, you will be having the classes. I mean, all the classes are stored as not Java files. Okay. Uh-huh. I need to update my ID, I guess. Yeah, finally I got it. Okay, is it visible? Is the screen visible, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Anna.
So x, which is an integer, it is showing same 9. Y, which is a double, it is showing in a decimal value.
Yes.
Now you can you can connect it with the example which I have mentioned earlier, the banking one application, right? Amount
Yes.
withdrawn will be the integer, but when it is printed in the book, it should be double value. So I have converted it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay. Let me change it. Okay. Let me do the other way around. Okay. I have a double x is equal to 10.050. Okay. Int y is equal to x. Okay. Is it accepting? Double is of a
Yeah.
higher memory thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Data type, whereas int is a lower memory data type. Can I assign a value of higher memory data type to a smaller memory data type? No.
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 Okay. What do? We have to do it manually. I have to tell, see, there are some few cases in the times thing where I need not display all the floating values. I need to round it off to a exact value. Okay. Sometimes in shopping, right, though they will say you all the GST and everything is applied, they will round it off, right, to the whole number. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the shopping or anything, any marketing, in the finance times or some experiments, we have to round it off and we have to give a proper integer value. At that time, what we do is I have to convert double, which is of a longer memory data type. I have to convert it into a smaller memory data type. I have to do it manually. How can I do it? I have to write a keyword called double over here. Okay.
Okay.
But is it throwing error or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's throwing an error, right?
Yes.
Still it is throwing an error or not?
Yes.
Okay, then what is the mistake I'm doing? What is the
There is
warning
no,
message I'm getting?
there is no space between the double
Hmm?
and bracket.
There is?
There is no, there is no space between the double and the sub.
The double should
Oh,
be in the brackets or not?
okay.
Uh,
Let us see the warning message what I'm getting.
Syntax.
Syntax error. Okay, I'm getting a type mismatch. Okay. What is the how can I define my type mismatch? Okay, few of you are saying this one. If I write like this method, I'll get it.
No.
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 Hmm?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whether it is X not.
Hmm?
Token double.
Okay. I have to write the keyword data type in parentheses before the front of the value. Okay. Okay. Okay, whether I have to convert it into the double or whether I have to convert into the int. First, let me know. X is already a double value, right? This X,
Yes.
should I convert to int or double?
Int.
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 Okay, so what I should write? I should write double or int? I should write int. Okay, int X. Understood? I'm
Yeah.
creating a new variable y, which is of the same data type, but X is a double data type.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is X, which is of double data type, replace it with the integer value. Now let me run the program and check it. What
Yeah.
happens in the y?
Okay.
Equal to 10.
Decimal value
Earlier,
converted into 1.
the decimal value is neglected over here. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
So if you give 10.70, it will give output 11.
You're saying, sorry?
Like it will give 10.50 double in X. But
Yeah.
if you give 10.70 or 10.80, it can
Why will
give
it give?
11 or 10.
Okay, here oh, you are saying for the higher value. Okay, you are going for the 90. Okay.
Okay.
This is what you are saying, right? Whether it will go for the upper value or the lower value. Have this down, right?
Yeah.
What am I getting?
10 point.
10.
Whatever after the decimal value, it is completely neglected. Only the integer part it is being taken into the consideration.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, can you please be online? I have to attend one phone call, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Is it clear, ma?
Yes, Vandana.
What I was saying. Okay. Now, actually, I have to. When I say typecasting refers to what? Conversion of
Version of one data
One,
type to
one
another.
data to another data.
one data type to
Another
another.
data.
Okay. Now here there are two ways. What is the first way? We call it as widening casting. Okay. Like widening casting. Second one is your narrowing casting. Okay. Widening is nothing but when I'll convert smaller data type to bigger data type. Bigger one. Like into two, double we have seen, right?
Yes.
Narrowing casting means bigger data type to,
Big to small.
yeah, smaller data type. It's not like I have to convert the cat to the double. I can't convert letters to the numbers, right? It is again it is a mismatch. Okay, it is mismatch
Yes.
of data type. I'm referring to the numerical values over here.
Yes.
Okay, whatever conversion of data type, I'm referring to the numerical values or the short to the int to the short. Like that, I can refer it. Okay,
Yes.
am I clear? Let me give it as
Yes.
A and B. Okay. When I'm going for the smaller to bigger, I need not mention anything. But when I'm going from bigger to smaller, what is the key thing I should remember? I have to give the data type in the parentheses.
Yes.
Please remember this one, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Vandana.
Okay.
Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now we will go for the next one, next program. I'll go for the new program, new Java program. Okay. Now I'm going for the arithmetic operators. How many are, if you are familiar with arithmetic operators?
Yeah, plus, minus, into.
Minus.
Yeah. In Java programming, right, operators play a very, very key role. Okay. When I say of operators, okay. When I say of operators, right, we are having majorly arithmetic. Okay. Then I have assignment operators, conditional operators. Then I have logical operators. All these operators, at least you should have a basic idea to write a program properly. Okay. Arithmetic, assignment, conditional, logic. We will go step by step. Though arithmetic is very easy to understand, at least we will write small program to get a clear idea about it. Okay. Arithmetic operators, what are the major one we are going to discuss? Addition, subtraction,
Division.
multiplication, division, and sometimes, right, we will go for the exponential also. Percentage. When I say percentage, it refers to the modulus. We call it as modulus, which will give the remainder of the particular division. Okay. Then increment operator, decrement operator. These are the how many? 7 basic operators we are going to study today. Okay. Arithmetic operators. Let me create my method first. Public static void main.
Void main.
Okay. String
Ox.
args. Okay. Okay. So I defined my class, I defined my main method. Now comes the important thing. I have to define my operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division,
Percentage.
percentage. We call it as modulus, okay?
Okay.
Increment operator,
Decrement.
decrement operator. Okay, let me define a small variable. I'm going for the int data type, okay? Most of the time I will go for the int data type until unless if I need to use a floating one, okay? For
Okay.
program understanding, I'll use mostly int data. Int x is equal to some 10, okay? Any doubt so far?
No.
Okay. Int y is equal to 14 or 7. Let me take a smaller value, okay? Now I can directly give the arithmetic operators in my print statement itself. Let me show directly in the print statement. Print ln x plus y. Okay. Did I define any other variable?
No.
No.
Did I share my screen or not? I have
Yes.
shared my screen. Yeah, okay, fine. I didn't define any new variable. Whatever the variables I have created, declared or initialized, I have used them directly in my print statement. I can
Yes.
use them, okay, with the help of an operator. And if I see properly, x and y are of same data type.
Yes.
So there will not be any issue. So I can run the program. Again, I'll have the same issue. I let it create.
So here we don't have to give the codes for X and Y.
Yeah, both of them are integer, right?
Yes.
And they're already first of all variables if you want to display the variables, we need not give in the codes. If I want to display some message, I will give in the codes.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, if I want to display some message, I'll give in the codes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, yeah, did I get the output?
Yes.
Yes.
17.
I got the output, but is it helpful for me? Will if anyone look use this output, will they able to understand what 17 is? Is
No.
it
No.
a x value or is it some variable value or it is some multiplication value? Am I able to understand? No, right?
Mm.
No.
Whenever we are displaying output, if we display in a user friendly way, it will be more useful for us. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now what happened?
Oh, there is a 0.
There is a
It,
There is
zero.
no
Arithmetic
Huh?
addition.
operation.
It is combined with number. There is no addition.
Yeah.
Mm.
What happened?
of the
Combined
plus.
with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Still, it is giving me this one. Is it helpful
It is
for
not.
me?
No.
Uh,
Okay. Now, still, it is
No.
not helpful for me. So, what is the problem?
Do we have
So,
there is
if
to?
no
I
addition. There is no
actually I
addition.
have plus operator. Again, I'm using a plus operator. The computer is getting confused over here.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it is considering it as a string and it is taking as 10 plus 7. It is not doing 17. It is doing 107. It is adding side by side. Okay, rather than that, what I can do int z is equal to x plus
X
y.
plus Y.
Okay, so I can
Okay.
give z
Z.
value.
Z value.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now what happens?
X
17.
Did
plus
I
Y
get the
equal to.
answer?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you have seen two different ways of printing your output. One is directly in the print statement. Okay, the other one is okay. Other one is by declaring another variable and giving in a proper format. Okay,
Yes.
both of them will give the same output, but one in a user readable way. The above one, it is not that friendly way.
Yes.
Clear?
Clear.
Now we'll go for the next operator. Let me define with respect to variables so that it will be easy for you. I'll define int a is equal to subtraction x minus y. Okay, int b is equal to x into y. Okay, oh, int c is equal to x divided by y. Okay, then int d is equal to x mod y. Then what else I have? Int e is equal to
Increment.
x plus plus. Okay, int f is equal to single
Y.
x minus minus
Decrement.
decrement. So all the operators I have given defined with respect to another variables and everything I have taken int ma.
Yes.
Okay. And if you remember, we have to define the data type in Java or else we won't get the
Output.
Hello, Mandana.
answers. Yes.
Can you replace x plus y can with z in print ln?
Here,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I can replace.
No, no, no.
Huh?
Second output.
I have given
System
Z,
dot
right?
output.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
here? Here? I can give it like this. I can give it in another way like this. Everything is the same.
Then you will get Z equal to 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here I didn't give anything, so it is. See, since I didn't give any, write anything in the first statement, what it is showing, it is just an empty line.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear? If I give something like x plus 5, it will give the required output. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Now we'll go for the subtraction one. Should I go with the variables or should I go with the x minus 5 x into y?
X minus y.
Okay, let me go with the x minus y. X minus y I have defined in the a variable. So a. Okay. Did I get the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, whichever I don't want, I'm commenting it. I don't want the extra statements to avoid the confusion. Okay. Then what is the next one I have? Multiplication.
X into Y.
I have defined in which variable? B variable.
B.
Okay. Obviously 10 into 770, right?
70. Yes.
Next I have division. Division I have in C variable. Okay, I am copy pasting. Please don't copy paste it. Okay, try to write it so that you will get the hang of the syntax.
Yes.
Okay. 10 divided by 7, what happens? Did I get a floating value or did I get an integer value over here? Normally it is a decimal value, right? 10 divided by 7.
Yes.
Since I gave in the int data
Integer.
type, I'm getting only the integer part of the decimal. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
Vandana.
Yes.
Okay, same division, let me define with the double data type. Okay, double C2, C1, okay, is equal to x divided by y. Same division. Now let me create this one, x divided by y, C1.
Even.
Okay, let us see the values.
1.0.
1.0.
Huh?
1.0.
Decimal value.
Decimal value. I got in the decimal value, but is it so?
No. It is not proper value.
It is not a proper thing, right? What should be my value actually?
1.2.
If I do in the calculate, how much I'll get? 1.4
something.
something.
Yes.
Right? But did I get 1.4 or not?
No.
No.
So why is it throwing an error for me?
Mm,
I mean, it is not an error, but it is not giving the required output.
yeah. Actual output.
Yeah. Actual output is not there. I mean, actual output is 1, expected output is 1.4.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you will understand the unit.
F. Are we missing F?
Yeah, now as a if okay, now you can think of a developer side, okay? If this program is there, as a developer, when we perform the unit testing, what should I see? I have given some input. My actual expected output is 1.4, but what am I getting?
1.0.
1.
1.0. So as a now when we test the code, this is an error.
Yeah,
Yes.
defect.
Okay, the develop. So this is the unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but checking the
Line by line coding.
line by line coding and giving some input and checking whether I am getting a expected output or not based on the input given in the program.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
is it clear?
Yes, Vandana.
So you got an idea about unit testing now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay, we'll come back to why 1.4 is not printed. Let us go for the next one. System dot now. I'll say the modulus of then. Modulus is stored in which one? D.
T.
Okay. Modulus refers to the remainder of a particular division. Okay. Modulus refers to the division of remainder of a particular division. When I divide 10 divided by 7, what will I get? A remainder is 3, right? That is what it is defined over here. That is what displayed over here. Am I clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Then increment operator. Increment means when I give plus plus, it is equal to E is equal to x plus 1. Okay.
Okay.
When I say decrement, it will be reduced by a value of 1. Okay. So let us see whether the same thing I am getting or not. System dot out x plus plus. I had to give in the E. I'll give the next one also x minus minus. It is stored in a variable f.
Yes.
Okay. Let me now execute everything.
Plus plus.
Did I get the answer? No, right?
No. Yeah.
No.
No.
X ante 10.
X plus plus is replaced by 11. X minus is replaced by 9.
9, right? It should go for
Yes.
9.
Yes.
Yeah.
X plus plus got the same result.
Yeah, then I have done some mistake. Let me check it out. Okay, the thing is, I have given in the assigned in a wrong way. Sometimes I do syntax errors. Please bear with me because I'm more used to Python. Nowadays, I do more the programming in the Python. Okay,
Okay.
that is the reason I do syntax errors. Okay, but I have to give the assignment operator before.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
That is the mistake I have done.
Okay. No problem.
So that is the reason why you are seeing a answers in a different format. Okay, do
Yeah.
you see it now?
Now x minus minus is 10.
No,
Okay.
no,
Result is
no.
9.
E x
Second one is
in the E, what happens? X value is originally 10. It is incremented by 1. So what happens? It has become 11. So what is the value of x now?
11.
X is equal to 11. Okay. Though it is stored in E, the x value is being incremented by 1. So x value is 11 now.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
Now I'm trying to decrease the same. So I'm decreasing it by 1. So what happens? It will take it as 11 minus 1. It will become
10.
10.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to avoid confusion, let us take the value of y over here. Okay. Y is value 7, right?
Yes.
So we will see whether we are getting 6 or not. Did I get
6.
6?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, let
correct.
me change. I have to change the assignment operators here also. See, when you are studying one programming language, whatever concepts are there, it is applicable for all the programming languages. Okay, what is the one difference you see? Syntax.
Yes. Syntax.
Logic is same. If I go for the C programming, if I go for the Ruby, Perl, Scala, this is the same concepts you will be learning in all the languages.
Okay.
You will be seeing the variables, you will be seeing the data types. You only thing that vary is the syntax. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know one programming language, it implies that you can learn anything in a. If you are spending some 1.5 months for Java, to learn another programming language, it will take only 20 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, because you know the concepts now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure you are building a strong foundation in the programming language. It is applicable for any kind of programming language.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so everyone is clear with the arithmetic operators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one problem in the which one? One problem. What is the issue we faced?
Um. Double
Typecast.
Huh?
Typecasting.
decimal.
Typecasting. And
Typecasting, we
actually,
didn't have
actually,
any problem.
No,
actually,
x by y equal to 1.0. We got the wrong in output.
Okay,
Yes.
what is the main issue which I have seen?
actually, I will
And the
expect like
original value are both of them are different. We are not getting the actual
Accurate.
decimal division, right? Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. Normally, whatever division it performs, right, it is doing the integer division over here. Okay. Java by default, it will do the integer division.
Okay.
Okay. We have integer division, double division, and mixed division. We will be learning in detail class for that.
Okay.
That is the reason why you see 1.0 or 1 over here in your Java. You see 1 or 1.0. Both of them are giving the integer part, not the decimal part.
Yes.
Okay. By default, whatever division it is happening in the Java, it is integer division.
Yes.
To
Okay.
get the original value, we will see different types of division in the next class.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in today's
Yes.
Java class, we have learnt about the conversion of one data type to another data type and arithmetic operators.
Yes.
Okay, everyone clear?
Yes,
Yes,
Vandana.
Vandana.
Yes, yes,
Any
but
doubts?
the
Yes,
modulation part is different. Actual
sorry.
active percentage value different.
Yeah,
Modulation.
except for the division, the rest of the things are clear, right?
Yes.
Yes. Except for
Yeah,
the
The,
division. Yeah.
Division part also clear. Mm.
Division part, because only it is by default it is taking integer division, so only I'm getting 1 alone. I'm not getting 1.4.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
That division in detail we will discuss in the next class.
And what about percentage?
Percentage
Percentage
it
is
will show.
different.
Why it is showing the reminder, right? When I divide 10 divided by 7, what will I get?
Yeah,
What is the
actual
reminder?
percentage, actual percentage is different.
Okay, don't
Percentage.
get confused with the percentage which we use in the calculator or in the laptop.
Yeah.
Okay, percentage refers to the remainder.
Okay.
It is not the percentage which we use in the calculator.
Okay. Percentage
Okay,
means remainder. Okay.
remainder. Okay, we call it as modulus over here. Programming percentage is different, and the percentage which we use in the calculator is different. The symbol.
Yes.
Okay.
Modulus.
Okay, in any programming language, percentage refers to your remainder
Okay.
of the division. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's clear.
Okay, any doubts?
No
No.
doubts.
Okay, please practice, and today's session is recorded. Okay, you
Yes.
can ask the same in the group. The